Whatever happens, stay with me.
We are overwhelmed! This is not an attack! This is an extinction!
So that right there, that's not from a Hollywood studio. That's not from a team of editors or a VFX house. I generated that inside Claude. One prompt, one conversation, no other tools open. And today I'm going to walk you through exactly how I did that, plus a quantum computing explainer video, an AI avatar talking head clip, all built inside one Claude session using Higgsfield MCP. Let me show you how this works from the start. First, shout out to Higgsfield for making this possible. Their MCP integration is genuinely one of the coolest things I've seen added to Claude, and once you try it, you're not going back to the old way of doing things. If you've never heard of Higgsfield before, here's the short version. It's an AI tool that creates cinematic video and images from a prompt, and the reason I love using it with Claude is simple. Claude is the brain. It can write, it can plan, it can chain together a whole production pipeline. But Claude on its own can't actually make a video. That's the part Higgsfield handles. And because they built an MCP, which stands for Model Context Protocol, the two tools talk to each other directly. OpenClaw. Go to Settings, click Connectors, hit the plus button, name it Higgsfield, paste in the URL, I'll drop it in the description. Click Add. A window opens asking you to log into your Higgsfield account to authorize it. You authorize it. Done. That's the connection made. And now Claude has a doorway. That's literally all an MCP is. It's a doorway that lets it reach out and use Higgsfield on your behalf. From this point on, when you're chatting with Claude and you ask it to generate a video, it doesn't just write you a description of a video. It actually sends the request to Higgsfield, waits for the output, and brings it back to you in the same conversation. Okay, with that set up, let's get into what I actually built. The first thing I wanted to test was a proper explainer video. Not a talking head, not a slideshow, an actual cinematic 3D animation style video explaining quantum computing. So my prompt was, create a landscape video explaining quantum computing in a 3D AI animation style. Use Seedance 2.0 for video. Now here's something I want to flag because it caught me off guard the first time. Seedance 2.0 is locked behind the Plus plan on Higgsfield. That's $39 a month on the annual plan. If you're on the free tier, you're going to hit a wall here. Claude will tell you straight up, it'll say the model requires an upgrade and give you the option to either upgrade or use a different model. I went with Kling 2.6, which works on lower tiers, and I want to be clear, the output is still really good. I described a glowing quantum processor chip floating in a cosmic void, orbiting qubits, holographic gate matrices, the whole thing. Is cinematic sci-fi, Blender CGI aesthetic, 16:9 landscape. 10 seconds, Claude sent the request through, Higgsfield started generating, and it was just sitting right there in the chat as it processed, about 2 minutes. And when it came back, it looked like something you'd use in an actual tech explainer. I didn't touch any settings. I didn't open Higgsfield's website. It all happened inside Claude. That's the thing that gets me every time. You forget there's another tool involved because you never leave the conversation. Okay, so after the explainer clip, I wanted to push it further. I wanted a 30-second talking head video, someone on camera explaining how quantum computing works. Like what you'd see on a YouTube educational channel, the problem with talking head models is they need a reference face. You can't just describe a person and get a talking video. So I had to generate an avatar first, and this is where the workflow gets genuinely impressive. I told Claude, create a realistic YouTuber avatar using GPT Image 2, then use that avatar to make a 30-second talking head video explaining quantum computing. One instruction. Claude broke it down into steps on its own. Step 1, it called Higgsfield to generate the avatar via GPT Image 2. Clean, realistic, AI tech YouTuber energy. Good lighting, modern look. Step 2, it saved that image as a reusable character element inside Higgsfield. Named it, registered it, ready to reference again in any future prompt. Step 3, it immediately fed that character into Cinema Studio Video V2 Pro and generated the talking head clip.
Okay, here's the trick. A normal computer is a flashlight, on or off. A quantum computer is a stage light with a blend of on and off at the same time. That's superposition, but the moment you look too hard, boom, it snaps to one answer. So the art is in quantum is the
futuristic sci-fi lab background, natural gestures, explaining quantum computing in a conversational tone, all of that happened in one message. I didn't save the image manually. I didn't go to Higgsfield's site to upload it. I didn't figure out which model to use for the talking head part. Claude handled the entire multi-step pipeline because it understood what the end goal was. That's the thing nobody tells you about the MCP workflow. It's not just that Claude can generate media, it's that Claude can chain together a full production sequence in a way that would normally have you bouncing between 4 different tools and losing 45 minutes. One note on the 30 seconds, talking head models typically max out at around 10 seconds per clip. So for a full 30-second video, you'd be generating 3 clips and editing them together. That's a quick job in any basic editor. But the raw material all comes out of one conversation. Now the part I honestly had the most fun with, I started with a simple prompt: create an alien invasion movie trailer.
We didn't come to conquer your world. We came to patch the glitch.
Kling 2.6, text to video, 10 seconds, motherships emerging from storm clouds, fighter jets, plasma beams. It worked. It looked cinematic. But I wanted to see how far I could push it, so I went again. Give me an award-winning alien invasion trailer, Christopher Nolan style, with actual dialogue, 15 seconds, use Kling 3.0. And here's where it got interesting from a technical side. Kling 3.0 is image to video, not text to video. It needs a start frame, a reference image to push the video from. I didn't know this. A lot of people don't, but Claude knew. Before it did anything else, it figured out the constraint, generated a cinematic IMAX quality opening shot using GPT Image 2, Times Square at
Whatever
dusk,
happens,
ominous clouds, the
stay
first
with
hint
me.
of a mothership at the edge of
We
frame,
are
2K resolution,
overwhelmed.
and then use that image as the start
not
button
an
to
attack.
drag into Pro. The dialogue
This
it wrote for the
is
trailer,
an
whatever happens,
extinction.
stay with me. This is not an attack. And the whole pipeline, image generation to video generation, happened in one go because I asked for it in one prompt and Claude solved the technical problem it ran into on its own. That's the part I want you to take away from this. You don't need to know which models need a start frame. You don't need to know that Kling 3.0 is image to video. Claude figures that out and routes around it. You just describe the end result you want. So in one session, a 3D quantum computing explainer, an AI avatar talking head, and a Hollywood-style alien invasion trailer. What I love about this setup is the same thing I kept running into. Claude got me 90% of the way there on every single one of these. The last 10% is still you. Knowing which clip to keep, what direction feels right, what the actual story is that you're trying to tell, that part doesn't get automated, but everything else. The model selection, the pipeline, the chaining of image into video, the technical constraints you didn't know existed, Claude and Higgsfield handle all of that. Link is in the description, pinned in the comments. Go build something, and if this was useful, you already know what to do. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.